Way, both players. I think
156.
it was Thornton and Painter missed a fair few darts in. We didn't see a player get brushed in the entirety of the week. Like 104 matches. And everybody got off the mark in every match.
Yeah, it's a good job you didn't invite me this time. Yeah, Richie Benett in 2-3-1. I do like to start on the 19s, and that one does give you the option to bring the bullseye to leave a finish there. It was a fantastic start to this match by Neil Duff. Can he see it out the way he started? Just refreshes himself.
Game shot on the first.
Can't ask for much more than that. 16 dart, a double start. The perfect start for Neil Duff.
Love-hate relationship. We love it, he hates it.
49. Now he requires 16.
Well, he started beautifully in this match. And finishes it equally as good. The champ is up and running.
Neil Duff.
Neil Duff has put on a really professional performance there. We have questioned him on a Monday that he could start the competition really slowly. He felt by playing last week was really going to help him.
Pleased that he played well towards the end of Friday.
Yeah, he speaks well, doesn't he, Neil? He's easy to chat with and always looks forward.
180.
First of the day. Remember, all aim to get there to Saturday night. No party, no Hendo.
45.
Yeah, super.
Required 52.
180 from Henderson to tee up tops, his favourite double, and that can be something, can't it, to have a double that you're so synonymous with in this type of tournament.
Is the best finish I've seen on that stage. This can turn nasty though for Hendo.
Yeah, and it all started with an attempt at 126 for John Henderson, which ironically Harrison now has in front of him. Can still do it by finding the treble. It's gone. I wonder if John will think about
86.
2 for double 2.
Require 6.
The fact it's so early on the morning as well, you just... I'd be surprised if he doesn't stay on the double 3.
No score.
A frustrated John Henderson.
Require 40.
He's handed this game to the Swede on a silver salver. And Harrison says thank you very much and tucks in to a 3-1 win. Dirty Harrison back at the Modus Super Series and delivering devilish darts. Once again has the hoodoo over Henderson.
We see a Neil Duff special on the 138.
$64. Robert, you require 16.
Don't often see him this side of the board. It's not his favourite. But I've often said that about Robert Thornton. He doesn't often miss it either. Thornton leads 2-0, 1 away.
Robert, you require 167.
This is for the match. And this is spectacular from Thornton.
142. Scott, you require 141.
Oh, Mitchell's not going to produce a
80.
big finish, so this is for the game.
25.
He's looked superb throughout and sees the game out. Robert Thornton is up and running in fantastic style. That was a one-sided affair. Scott Mitchell will bounce back because he's a champion, but for Robert Thornton, he did feel he could be the value for money this week. He loves this format. A former major winner, remember, in this double start.
Game shot on the third leg. Andreas Harrison. $81. Andreas, you require 10.
Doesn't need to go direct. Looks like he is. And why not? We can play like it's 2 wins out of 2 for the Super Swede. And lots of work to do for Richie Benett, who looked out of sorts at times. He needs to start his double off a lot better than that. But Andreas Harrison looked really polished, really professional that game. He's cool as a cucumber. Was averaging close to 90 throw. Just dipped at the end there, but just over at 80 odd average. He's lost today. He needs something to happen.
$41. Now we require 40.
So for a 2-0 lead,
Game shot.
doesn't he look good on that tops?
Neil Duff.
The reigning champion, we spoke to him earlier. He looked really focused.
A match-winning double.
59. Scott, you require 36.
From 2-0 down, Scott Mitchell is 9-9 away. From a fantastic victory. Things were not looking good for Scotty Duff.
Mitchell.
He lost his opening 5 legs of the day, but found something in that game. But Neil Duff looks a frustrated individual. 4 match darts as we see the smile and the dance from Scotty Duff. A huge relief for him. He is up and running now. Darts like this has been a superb leg from Robert Thornton. Can he see it out? Yes, he can. 14 dart, a beautiful leg.
Thornton.
However, will he rue that? It's going to be 1 match start for Robert Thornton. It's tops.
23.
Both players missed the same target.
John, you require 20.
Both have had their chance. Now Henderson has 3 clear. Double 5.
10.
Cannot find it.
Robert, you require
sickening feeling
40.
for John Henderson. He played that last leg superbly well. You don't expect Thornton to miss. Down to the wire. And what a dart from Robert Thornton. Look at that reaction.
Robert Thornton.
Obvious disappointment there from John Henderson, but that was a terrific game. Look what it means to Robert Thornton. He's been at the very, very top of the game, but the enthusiasm is still there. Averages were around about 80 to 90 throughout there, but mid-80 average for Robert Thornton. And 2 wins out of 2.
196.
What a time to get a side view. How many times does Scott Mitchell leave 96?
What a dart that is. Double 8.
No
well, he's
score.
left 96 again, Glenn.
I thought that was guaranteed to go, and I thought we were going to see everything coming from Richie Benett there, because he'll feel everything was against him if that had gone in. Missed opportunity for Mitchell. No such problem for Benett.
Richie Benett.
He's 1 away from his first 2 points of the day. Dart in the last leg, and I have a feeling that's where he's thinking now. You just sort of let go of these darts.
And it'll be a relief for Scott Mitchell having bust 96 in the previous leg.
120.
Could that bounce out so far? It nearly went in the speaker.
Scott, you require 80.
I can assure you, but treble 18. What a way to finish for Richie Benett. That's the way to do it for the Welshman. An intriguing game, that one.
Benett.
Once again, it flip-flop from one way to the next. He's just chatting away to the speaker there. He's telling him off. That is absolutely fantastic. Scott Mitchell saying, hey, speaker, you shouldn't show advantage to someone, but played in great spirits, and what a fantastic way to do it. This is incredible.
Misses a big number, which means it's just a 1 dart, double 4.
21.
Thornton gets a reprieve.
You require 20.
Very, very unexpected from Andreas there. Robert Thornton didn't think he'd be back. It's been a good game. Probably deserved to go the distance. Really like that on 1-2-2 to use that bullseye. Hit the treble 19. Needs the treble, Thornton.
41. Andreas, you require 40.
So this for the game. And the game goes the way of Andreas Harrison. A good game as well it was. And he averages over 90 in the end. Very respectable, very good in fact in the double start format. He breaks the winning streak of Robert Thornton, and in doing so keeps his own going. 3 from 3, a hat-trick for Harrison. A big win if Duff can turn this around. Not only is he going to leave Henderson floored at the foot of the table, but it's bouncing back after he let a 2-leg lead slip himself in his previous game.
95.
It's a perfect remedy, isn't it?
It's finely balanced, but this is the kind of darts that Neil Duff was producing in his opening game. It was a 14 dart in the previous leg, complemented with a 17 darter, and he has the darts in the last leg. Such a scrappy weight. 21 darts already thrown for John Henderson. Neil Duff was left a frustrated man, losing his last game, 3 legs to 2. Is it going to be the same outcome if this tops goes?
35. Neil, we require 40.
So Duff to complete the great escape and to condemn John Henderson to a 3rd straight defeat. In it goes. The turnaround is completed. Duff comes back and dishes out the same fate to John Henderson, to the one that he suffered earlier against Scott Mitchell.
It's not something that you want. Good first leg eight from Scott Mitchell. Started beautifully. And finished equally as well. The perfect leg there for Scott Mitchell. There was just something about him before the dart was thrown. Well, if it is double-double, it's 2 double 19s. I don't think that will be the route. It's tops. It is double-double.
62. Scott, you require 20.
No problem hitting the double to set up, but hitting the double to finish has been a big problem for Andreas Harrison in this game. He's missed all 6, and he's lost all 3 legs. And after 3 straight wins, Harrison is beaten for the first time, and it's Mitchell who gets the job done. A whitewash win for Scotty Dog. Something to be proud of there, because Andreas Harrison is a man with a target on his back.
Yeah, you've got the rocking and rolling throw of John Henderson against the throw, which is just impossible to dissect.
Yeah, if there's ever a game of darts that you're going to watch to learn how to throw, it's not this one. Not the quickest trip, is it, from the Highlands to Pompey? Having a look behind him there, can he hear Richie Benett? I mean,
that's love.
He's one more rub away from a genie appearing.
36.
Needs another rub, Richie.
Perfect marker. It's just not happening, is it?
20. Richie require 40.
Well, we went through 5 games of 3-2s. The last game ended 3-0, and this one exactly the same again. It was a little bit scruffy at times. It's just not the day, but always magnanimous in defeat is John Henderson, one of the great guys.
12 for tops.
They may not be sharing breakfast tomorrow. It's double 10 for Robert Thornton.
32. Neil, you require 112.
It's landed there a lot, hasn't it? In that one segment, that's been the problematic
76.
dart for Duff today.
Robert, you require 20.
For 3 wins out of 4. Doesn't move.
No score. Neil, you require 36.
Debate team becomes double 9.
Game shot on the
And
4th
Duff
leg.
delivers deadlock. 2-2.
Just going to be the one dart. Big 16. No problem hitting the big number. And no problem hitting double top. It's a clap of the hands for Robert Thornton. Very, very frustrated Neil Duff. He was clearly affected throughout that game. But Robert Thornton has been superb today. It's 3 wins out of 4 for the Scotsman. We felt he could be good value because he loves this format. Nothing in the stats, nothing to separate them. Just one double at the end for Robert Thornton.
You require 82.
He might start on treble 14. That was the intention. So instead of starting on the ball, he finishes on it.
57.
Yeah, not for me, that route, but I suppose when you're such a tops player, and then when your opponent's on 170, and the way John's playing, I suppose when you put it all together, maybe it was the right decision for Scott Mitchell. He's just getting himself prepared as Henderson is in turmoil.
44. Scott, you require
Options
25.
for Mitchell here. Plenty of ways to take out 25, something that all pros will practice
Game shot
religiously,
the
and the practice pays off for Scott Mitchell, who leads 2-1.
Scott, you require 126.
Well, he won't like it if this goes, because it would have been a miserable Monday for the Highlander. And the bullseye would win it for Mitchell.
92. John, you require 161.
Will he go for the lesser spot at double 17 if he returns? Henderson in, a happy man. And these his last 3 darts he's thrown on this miserable Monday for Hendo.
Well, my prediction here, he goes for the double 17. Scott, Mitchell misses it by a mile, hits a single 2, and then gets double 16.
Game shot out
I'll let you finish, Glenn.
Scott Mitchell.
Straight for double 17, straight in for Scott Mitchell. It started slowly, didn't it, for the former world champion? But 3 wins out of the 5, 6 points. But for John Henderson, a miserable, miserable day. He will bounce back, but no wins out of 5. Pretty dejected as he goes off. Scott Mitchell will be fairly happy. He's new to the double off. It's something that's not akin to him, but he got better and better as the day went on, and Scott Mitchell just shy of the 80 average.
19s for Andreas. Leaves him double 11. What use he made of that guide.
Andreas Harrison.
Well, Duff won't be going to the peak of the pile, but will he be joining?
It's Neil to throw first.
Well, Neil Duff is a champion. He's got to keep reminding himself that. Madhouse. And he gets there in the end. How big will that be come Wednesday afternoon? Neil Duff has had a real roller coaster of an afternoon. Ups and downs, but he ends the day on a gaggle. With a gaggle of players on 6 points, he's done his job. It was a really tight affair, that one. They were averaging round about mid-80s throughout there.
Dancing too much at the end of this one. Maybe he heard you, Glenn. He tried to move there, didn't he?
Yeah. It's waving at me. It's not my fault.
85.
Has gone back to the lucky speaker now.
Yeah. Can he have a rewind?
Well, we're getting into that territory, Glenn. We're getting into that territory here.
Yeah, the problem you have is that it's now misstarted, but just the score of 80 and 85. But
96.
I think if it gets to the 100 and odd, that's when you start getting a little nervous.
There we go. Benett breaks his duck.
The way he's playing, he could break his neck. The way he's diving about and jumping about. It looks like it's job well done for Robert Thornton. For Richie Benett, very reminiscent of the others. At times
60.
He's looked great. At times he hasn't. Chance for Thornton.
But you require 12.
This then to top the table on day 1 of double trouble, which Thornton finds at the end of the day.
Richie require 147.
Well, this time it's the Benett chance for the 147. Not to be. Thornton will be back.
He took out a brilliant 146 earlier today, didn't he, Benett? But the 147 beyond him.
97.
Having busted his score intentionally in the previous visit, Thornton returns for double 6. Can bounce it in off the barrel. Double 3.
6.
Not there yet. Chance after chance.
Yeah, I mentioned in the middle of this leg, this could be a real missed opportunity for Robert Thornton. It's one of them legs where Benett gets one dart at a double, you feel. You feel.
30. Robert,
5 missed.
6.
Won his first World Seniors title on double 2. I wonder if he'll go that way, or whether it's straight for double 3, which he's been unsuccessful with so far. It is in, and that is a 3-1 win for Robert Thornton, who with that victory tops the table on day 1 of the second edition of Double Trouble, and the double start king is proving to live up to that billing. A winner of the World Grand Prix. Will he be a winner of the double in, double out tournament here at the Modus Super Series?